Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is
Don's
Used Photo Equipment. Right here in front of the not Great Wall of Film, but the Great Neon. Oh, Great Neon. So guys, today is an extra special episode of Don's Used Photo. We, as Todd is saying, we are ripping off the bandage. We are not playing any games. He's not holding back, pulling no punches.
Yep.
He is going to let it fly today. Todd, what are we doing today?
Today we are exposing Fight Club. Fight Club is what I call this section of the store.
Why is it called Fight Club? For those who've never seen the film?
We don't talk about Fight Club. The number one rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club.
Right.
And there's a reason we don't talk about Fight Club. Lots of reasons.
Yes. If you've ever been over here, and I have been over here before, the number one rule is don't talk about any of this. Don't talk about any of this.
Yeah, and I've shown people in here before, and then somebody else will come in, hey, so-and-so said, yeah, you need to take me over and show me that. And I go, like, no. So-and-so lost their privileges.
So-and-so's cut off.
They're cut off.
He's got no more Fight Club privileges.
He got no more, we take him out. But the whole thing of this is that whenever we first moved over here, we got the spot next door. This spot was just an open rat hole. I mean, it was just dust, dirt, and ceiling, floor, none of this fancy stuff.
Dust bunnies are cute.
Oh my God, it was.
They're the cutest.
It was a monster dust bunny farm here. It was bad, and we also couldn't really afford it, and we didn't need it. So we got the first spot. They pasted over the door between the two, and this became a separate spot. Somebody else picked it up, turned it into a studio. Now, meanwhile, the problem for us became that there's two doors here when you drive up. One on the left, which we're in now, one on the right, which is the store. Each door has 4 parking spots out front. Whenever the person was here and doing his business, he used the 4 parking spots and sometimes used ours when he had clients over. And so parking was horrendous. So when this spot opened up, I grabbed it. Not because I needed the space at that time, but because I needed the parking. Then, as it, logic kind of flows around, and it goes like, well, okay, I'm here, I've got it.
Now what do you do with it?
Well, now what do I do with it? Well, first I moved into it here, and I started living here. Second thing I started doing was we did classes over here, lighting classes, things like that.
Okay. Third
thing is that, well, shoot, about that time, 2005 to 10.
2010.
10 to 2010. A lot of things. 10 was kind of whenever they stopped Kodachrome, boom.
They stopped Kodachrome?
I'm sorry to tell you. I didn't mean to be the
you didn't tell me this was going to be a downer of a video.
Well, it is kind of depressing because now everybody who has Fight Club privileges, their privileges are, it means nothing now.
It means nothing.
Yeah, because everybody knows what
everybody can join the club. It means nothing.
But at that time, there were 500 studios within 2 miles of here, and stores and everything. There were about 8 to 10 photo labs just within a mile of here.
You could throw a rock and hit a studio.
Oh, you could hit a camera store or hit a photo lab here. And one of them was open 24/7. But the whole thing of it is that I started buying out studios, buying out just stuff.
Right.
People's personal stuff, private stuff, and other stuff. And I just started buying it out. And whenever I did that, I just filled the place up because I had the space, and it's like, I know that this much of it's worth X amount, and this much will one day hopefully be more again. And that came true. So I built it up, and the place got up to about here. It was packed high.
Chin height.
Chest chin height. And the thing is that I had the space, why not use it? And I was using it. Well, now the boat's turned around. I'm going to be moving.
And you have to unuse the space
I had to unuse the space.
Quickly.
And that now has given us the opportunity to show you Fight Club. And that is what we're going to do.
I think we're going to have to give Brad Pitt a few dollars. You've mentioned it enough times.
You know what? I have. What do you think? A check for $10?
Maybe if you go to his next movie.
Well, okay.
You should do that.
I should do that. As long as it's at a drive-in.
Good point. So guys, we're going to start at the very beginning. We're going to show you all the nooks and crannies. We're going to show you some hot, exciting things.
Now,
Todd promises to put some prices on things and take them next door for sale.
Now, I know the first thing you want to go to is, how much is that? How much is that? How much is that? Okay, don't. Because it's over here because I haven't had time or room next door to price it and take it over. Next door is full.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this was just a holding pattern. And now that holding pattern's got to go.
Yeah.
We're going to show you, and this is what the stuff is going to be coming out over the next few months. This is where it's going to come from. And
the neon here, the beautiful neon back here.
Not for sale.
He says it's not for sale, but I'm working on really hard to get it for sale for me though.
Yeah,
so
not for sale.
Even at that, you've already lost out to me. So.
Yep. It's not for sale.
All right. So with that, guys, let's go to the very beginning.
Yes.
Let's check out this place. It's going to be mainly a video of Todd, which of course, you know, we get the highest ratings ever when I'm not in the video.
He speaks the truth. It's true.
So let's go on up there.
All right.
All right, and we're at the front door here right now. We've got the lovely cold air and the traffic behind us. This is the first step into King Tut's tomb.
Yes, and it's the first day of actually true cool weather, man.
Cool, it's cold.
Cool, Daddy-o. And whenever people walk by, usually you see this thing right here in front. So you
Big
really
reflector.
Don't see it. Yes, it actually acts as a very good screen door. So this is always closed, that's pulled up, but when it's opened, this is what you first see. And a lot of times, I've actually cleared this stuff up a tremendous amount, so it's about half of it's gone already because it was packed. This is the front entrance. When you come in, it's bada. It is stuff that sometimes is sort of like on the next wave of going next door stuff.
Ooh, it's one step away.
It's the closest to the move over. And I've got a cool light table here. I've got a really fun,
Ooh, is that Christmas?
It's going to come out very shortly, very soon. I don't want it to be too early because, you know, it's like, come on, we don't need it that early. And my Dr. Pepper thing, that's going to be for sale. So a lot of this stuff will start coming out for sale. I will have a bunch of these, which hopefully will be gone by the time this thing comes out.
Because we have the sidewalk sale before this video comes out.
And I'm just going to have a pile of these things at a bargain basement price to move out. And I mean, I've probably got about 6 or so of those things, and a lot of little accessories. Now it's fun because it's dangerous in here.
It's dangerous.
Which is kind of part of the Fight Club thing. It's like you could step on something and half a wall could fall on you.
You thought it was really tight next door. It's tight in here.
This is tight here. This is the hallway that leads to the great ring of fighting.
No, nobody's fighting here.
Nobody's fighting.
Nobody. And listen, we don't want anybody showing up and putting up a fight either.
No.
Nobody's fighting.
But from this point on, it's where the rules applies. We don't talk about. But now we're going to rip that off, and everybody can talk about it. This is stuff that I had at one time thought, well, okay, this will be that's the first stuff to go next door. This will be the line of stuff that as it progresses out. And then it just kind of got clogged up. Like arteries.
It's traffic. It got traffic.
It got trafficked. And I have a ton of stuff in here that whenever I bought it, I would come over here and just sit it up here. Now, first thing that I've got right up here, I got to figure these things out. A Canonet QL17. I've got to figure out how on earth to see if it works. And whoa, man! See, this is why
that's why it's dangerous.
Things fall over. Right here is.
As he uses 2 hands.
Oh, I have to. It's a GX 683 Professional. Now it's got a body. It's got a waist level finder.
It's a 6x6?
6x8.
Okay.
6x8. And somewhere around here, I think I actually have lenses, etc., that go with it.
If only you could connect the lock and the key here.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the other part is that a lot of times whenever I buy things, I sit it over here, and then sometimes it starts getting separated out. The garage got filled up pretty quick. And it's just got lots of stuff in here. And I've actually, right now, it's really not as full as it looks because a lot of these boxes are empty. But I put the empty boxes in here because I figured one day I'll need them.
You can't sell air, Todd.
No, but I need boxes whenever I want to move. And I can't just go, why go buy boxes whenever I got a bunch of them here? And this is filled with stuff. I have Novatron kits in here. And before you go, Novatron kits, look, for under 100, 200 bucks, you get a great outfit to shoot film with. Now, for digital, no, it's not good because it will fry out the electronics in your camera. But this is great stuff for film. And the fun thing about it is that 100, 200 bucks. There's several things in here like this, but also I got lots of things in here like these are our camera bags. Along here, I've got boxes. I've got, those big cases to put monitors in, which I will be pulling out and selling and just saying, okay, I'm going to take financial loss on those things, but need to clear things out. In here, I used to put up like the mono stands for holding cameras, but this is the first stop. And then from here, we've got the attic above, which we'll show you here in a little bit. But this is going to be need to be cleared out. And I've got a really cool, huge light bank here that's about 6 feet tall. And it's got spaces in there to put your strobe, so you can either go through the scrim or bounce it back from there into it. So this is a really cool item, but just not many studios use things like these anymore. This is the part that hurts me personally.
Oh no!
Because it's a sad story. This is a really cool darkroom setup.
It is. It's a nice looking darkroom.
It really is.
I'm standing in the first of two doors. This is a double door situation here.
It is. It really is light tight. Until someone stepped through the roof over there.
Oh.
And now the little light, so we got to cover that up. This is the prep room. And this is where a lot of things were just kind of put up on the racks and, just for preparation. And then a lot of things that pertain to here were out here. Well, I use this for my storage of my records up underneath here.
Records are not for sale.
No, they're definitely not for sale. But I have some really cool things in here. I've got some Pentax lenses that I keep forgetting about. Well, they're going to have to start coming out now.
And I do see some Hasselblad collector's boxes on the back. Are they actually full, or are they just empty boxes?
They're pretty much empty boxes. The items have been sold out of most of those things. There may be a few things left, like the shade, which nobody buys anymore.
Yeah, but somebody really, it's sad that somebody would actually spend money on an empty box, but some people will.
No, yeah, because they're collectible too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Hasselblad doesn't really even make those things anymore. So
no.
I mean, that's collectible. Now, behind me
hold a second. I see 8x10 film holders. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, I'm sure there are film holders in here. And at one point somewhere in here were also those 8x10 Polaroid machines that you would run the 8x10 Polaroids through.
Okay.
I believe that's still somewhere in here. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to go through on here. And I do have a ton of 4x5s over here. And sadly, it seems like the whole 4x5 market's kind of slowed down. So who knows? I may wind up having to carry those with me. I would love to sell some of them. But I do have a lot of REL 4x5s. Everybody's kind of wanting the field cameras.
Yeah, because they want to be portable. They want to go someplace.
They want to be portable. And because there's just really nobody's really shooting studio stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But now I'm sitting in front of the door for the darkroom. Now I've started clearing this thing. I mean, not clearing it, but I started packing this thing up because I was never using it. And that's the sad thing. I had this beautiful darkroom that I just really am not using.
All right, so this is the dark room.
This is the dark room. I have a Zone 6 here. I have a 4x5 here, a Nikkor 35. This is it isn't a table. I mean, not a table, but a sink. It's a built-in sink. So the person who set this up got the wood, nailed it all together, and then painted it and made it watertight. So I've got a huge sink here. And I came in here a couple of times and tried to use it. I've been out of practice for so long that I was never able to really come in here and just start using it. So all of these things in here will be for sale. And all of these things I will need to clear out. And as you could tell, this is part of why it's dangerous, is because there's very little walking room around in these things.
Yeah, you can't just let people come roaming around here, because somebody will get hurt, and that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So that's the true Fight Club right there.
That it really is. It's just there's so much stuff back there that's kind of precariously stacked upon each other that a slight bump could just turn the whole thing over, and there could be a Hasselblad in that pile of stuff.
So it's either somebody gets hurt or something gets hurt, and either way, it's no good.
Personally, yes, I hope a person doesn't get hurt, but please don't hurt my Hasselblad. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck getting out of there.
Thank you. I want to need it. This is the attic in the space next door. This, 3 weeks ago, there was no path here. Where the camera is right now is the only space that was up here for anyone or anything to just get up. And once, I guess about 3 weeks ago, I started clearing a bunch of this stuff out, creating a path back here so I could get to these things to get them out to sell.
And what are those things?
Norman, they are McAllister, Norman, strobes with Fresnel light. And these are, at one point, these things were the cat's meow. Fresnel lights create a special, Fresnel glass creates a special lighting effect. It's beautiful. I've got 6 of these things, or maybe 5 left, and I'm going to start pulling them all down to sell them. And a lot of stuff came up here that we'll start pulling down and I'll start selling. I don't even really know what to call these, but these are like shoot-throughs. I think that you set them up somewhere and have a light behind it, and it projects an image on the other side of like trees or just windowsills, things like that.
Diffusion mask, maybe?
Yeah, let's use that.
Interesting. I've never seen that before, but that'd be interesting.
You know, whenever you watch the TV shows and you see...
I don't watch TV.
I'm talking to the people.
At
this point, I'm talking to the people in this thing. And you're watching a sitcom, and you see the light coming through the window and a pattern over on the wall on the other side. I believe that that's what these were used to create. And I think UTA, with their Media Archival Center, is looking at picking some of these things up. But man, I have 20 or 10 by 30 or 12 by 30 backgrounds in here. I've got soft boxes. I've just got lots of stuff. I even had like 6 boxes of CDs in here. And I actually threw a bunch of those away because who uses CDs anymore? Nobody. And anyway, there's a lot of stuff. And I cleared out this path during that time. Oh, I threw away about 100 slide carousel trays that were up here. I threw a bunch away next door. I had just as many up here as I did next door. And threw them all away. They're gone. So
nobody's using them.
Nobody really is using them. But I really do have some. See, this is a...
He just pulls the camera out of thin air.
Voigtlander.
Good name. Don't know if the camera works.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But even if it doesn't, they make great conversation pieces.
They do. They look shelf pieces.
Yes, absolutely. And I got a lot of shelf pieces up here. Also, Jobo parts. So I've got a lot of Jobo things up here. I've got a vest up here. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man.
Timber.
I got stuff up here.
He got stuff. All right, let's get him out of here before he gets hurt.
I don't want to hurt, and I just don't want to get hurt or hurt anyone. This is the second turn in the hallway. We're still just hitting the hallway.
We're not even out of the hallway yet.
Not even out of the woods. Now, this lines up all the way down to the end to where you get to the open area in the kitchen. This right here, a 7x16 banquet camera, needs some love and care.
Needs TLC. I think we discussed that camera before. You're right. It needs some TLC.
It does. It does. And back in here, I've just got piles of things. Back over here is my personal book selection. Whenever I was reading before I even got it.
You can read
without words. I don't need pictures.
Without sounding them out.
Without sounding them out. I can do that. Recently only though, but now we've got just again piles of stuff, lenses, camera bodies. There's actually some film, like the film quick snaps over here, and this first door right here, well, you can't see it, but anyway, this over here is actually my bedroom. But this right here, a mirror that I picked up at a studio closing. Love this mirror. If I knew what was going on in the future, I would keep it. I may have to just sell it, but I love that mirror. It's just a cool mirror, and I've done some cool shots with that mirror. Back here at the edge, you see one of those lounge chairs that lounges out. Love that thing. Again, bought it at a studio that was closing out, and lots of well, right here is a LP player, vinyl records.
LP. What are LPs? Are they like CDs?
They're like CDs, but bigger and more sensitive.
Oh, they play with an extra sensitive laser?
Yes, yes. Lasers. But yes, a lot of this stuff will be slow, well, hopefully faster moving out. But again, when you see things, you're going to go, well, how much? That they're over here because I hadn't worked the price out, or in the past I haven't wanted to sell them. And now, and this used to be, this was it changes all the time. At one time it was an office. I would have my computer set up in here. But whenever I come over here and do my computer, and then I had to go back over next door, come here, and whenever I was pricing things, it was just tough. So I just took everything next door. But at one point, this was my computer room. Now it became a storage room for things that I thought were pretty darn cool. And by that, I mean, oh wow, a really clean black Nikon F. You know, these were things that I got and I went, hey, I like this. This is cool. This is neat. A 50 millimeter 1.8. You know, I just got a bunch of, lenses over in here. Down underneath, I've got a bunch of camera bodies and lenses down there. And these were things that I collected up and I said, you know what, this will be my personal collection. And some of them don't work, some of them do work. I had, oh wow, 1,000-year-old batteries.
Did they explode in there?
Oh yeah.
At least they're contained. They're
they are plastic. Contained. Now all of these things right here, these are actually really interesting because these are a lot of the flash bulbs. Flash bulbs.
Which Zane said flash bulbs are good, whether they're for SX70s or they're for any other things. You should grab flash bulbs.
Grab flash bulbs. These are the, oh yeah, see now this. Oh man.
The cubes, flash
cubes. Flash bulbs. Yes, so these are just all kinds of flash bulbs in here. This stack here, my wardrobe, at one point a bunch of my, anyway, just important paperwork. But up here, this is my trilogy ode to photography. The only thing I'll do for the exposure, the bigger the negative, the better the picture, the bigger the image, the bigger the print, or the image, the better the print. It's just, I love this thing. And this is mainly my living quarters. Full kitchen over here on this side, refrigerator, stove, microwave, dishwasher. Boy, words. And so anyway, this is the kitchen. Over here was my living area. Now you're looking at it going, has it always been like that? My mom will say yes, I will say no. But no, whenever I found out I was moving, I started gathering up a bunch of stuff and sticking it over here. Over in this pile this is the part of the heart of the fight. There's Leicas mixed in here, lenses. There's Fuji digital cameras. Now I know I don't buy digitals, but I bought these because it came with some other stuff, mainly some Leica cameras.
Oh, yeah.
So it got that. But I pulled all of these things out here because these things are a big part of what people will want. And but until then, this was all open, and I could actually have people over and watch TV. I never did, but I could. And,
you could have company?
Yeah, no. Well, not since 2010, no. So after 2010, the whole area just got completely, that was the sort of the very end of everything closing down, crunch. And film was at its very, very bottom that year. 2011 is when it started back. And so at that point, it was pretty much packed in. In there, a full bathroom. I've got a shower, sink.
Oh, you shower too? You can read and you take showers?
Once a week, whether I need it or not. I shower. So this right here is a really cool photographer's studio. And this is what is always included in a full-fledged photographer's studio. Full kitchen to entertain your clients, area for everybody to talk, restrooms for your clients, shower for whenever you work all night on a project. This is the living heart of everything.
So Todd.
Yes, sir.
That Kodak sign is very pretty. Is it for sale once again?
No.
It's not for sale.
Not for sale.
And if you were going to sell it, you're going to sell it to your buddy Mr. Holga, right?
Sure.
All right, so once again, this is Fight Club. Tell us about these great big old lights you have over here.
Oh, these things are beautiful. I'll tell you what, you put a light in there, it bounces back. It's kind of like a beauty dish. An extremely soft light that covers a huge area and leaves no shadow. It's a wraparound. And I love them. The bulbs of these things, I think, have gone out since then. And really, if I ever had my fantasy studio or my fantasy living room, that would be in it. This would be in it. And a few other things would be in it. But these produce beautiful lighting. Beautiful lighting.
All right, so what about these stands? Are these booms, actually, you've got here?
These are super booms. Bogan, or at one time probably Bogan super booms, or now Matthews.
These aren't the jawbreakers, are they?
No. These are booms, not breakers. These are the ones that have the turns on the end. So whenever you have your lighting down here, then you can be down at that end and you can rotate it and your light will go up, down, around. That was for controlling light from a distance. I've got several of these things that I will be selling, and I will be pulling things out. Again, a lot of things that were over here were also my personal, like, hey, I want to keep things like this. Yashica 124G 66, Yashica matte camera.
New in box or
like
just
new in box? Yes.
Like new in box.
Well, you can't call it new in box because it's not new. So
yeah, it's been used, but it's in its box.
I don't think it's been used. It's just like.
So it's new old stock.
New old stock.
Oh.
And I think whenever they got it, I think either someone got it and then passed away, or went digital, or something happened, and I picked it up. But over here, oh my goodness. Right down here, again, this is why I didn't talk to people about
So are we talking about the big boy down there?
The big boy right there.
The big boy right there. Now, I have my eye on that too, but unfortunately it comes with, I've heard a big price tag on it.
High price tag on it.
High price tag. Can you get it out or can you not?
Well,
Because, I mean, I don't think anybody will believe you unless they can see it. So I'm sorry, guys. He has to move a few items here to at least put big boy on the end or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Now, whenever I talk to people, I tell people, hey, I rent things out.
I'm going to move these bags.
Yeah, be careful. Those bags are history.
Well,
they truly are, but they're cool.
Yeah, they're not going to break like most other things.
Now, whenever I tell people that we sell things to the people in the movie industry, here we go. Entertainment Weekly. Madonna's on the cover.
Who?
Open it up. Here we go. Muhammad Ali with Will Smith, back when he was in favor with the fans. Down here in the corner, right there, is a 16 millimeter Aerocon movie camera.
Yeah.
Sold this to two guys who says, yeah, we're shooting the movie. We need a prop in it. There you go. That's the prop. We told the guys when they bought it, said, hey, this thing works perfectly. So don't just sit there and use it for a prop. Use it.
Film.
And the guys laughed and went, okay.
Throw some film in it.
Throw some film in it. Now, here's the thing. Whenever they went back to LA and were shooting this, they said, you know what? we don't trust those people, what they told us. So we're going to go take it to Panavision and let them check it out. Panavision, or wherever they took it to, they were renting their $10,000 a day camera from. They ran it through test and said, this thing is actually technically better than the big camera that you're using. And for $950, they got a good deal. That's about what it went for anyway. About $950. This scene that's right here, whenever you remember watching this scene right here, and you get the shot down the back, and they're leaning back and he's talking behind this, and the camera's moving, shot with that. When he's walking out the hotel room, shot with that. Or out of the hotel building down the street, shot with that. A lot of the movie wound up being shot with this camera that we sold them out of here. So we have a lot of things in here that went full-fledged all over Hollywood with. Oh, man.
That's a reducing back. That's a very lovely Deerdorf reducing back. I can tell from the color of the wood. Is it not Deerdorf?
What? Yeah, it is Deerdorf. Don't tell me the guy has something Deerdorf over here. So everybody goes, okay, yeah, cool. The cool things are the 8x10s.
No, this is the cool thing, guys.
Oh, my God. And you wonder why I'm grunting?
Because it's heavy.
35 pounds.
35 pounds.
11 by 14 Deerdorf filled camera. Mm-hmm. Deerdorf filled camera.
With reducing back.
With reducing back. With plates in here where you could put it in there and just shoot part and move it in part. Anyway, this right here, yes. This is one that I wanted I wanted to keep this, and I wanted to have
the landscape photographer who passed away.
Yeah, Frank. I wanted to let him use this and go shoot it and video that whole event and make a little short video about ultra-large format photography. And
sadly, he passed away.
He passed away. I did kind of want Lisa Leahy to do that. I don't know. I still would love to have a project shot with this and a video made of that project being shot with an 11 by 14 Deerdorf field camera.
You never know. Maybe it's your good buddy, Mr. Holga.
Well, you never know.
I'm hurt already.
You never know. Contax G2 lens. Anyway, so I got a lot of little things like this. Oh my God, this is fun stuff. Pentax 6.7.
6X7 or 6.7 or
6X7 with a large format lens adapted.
So somebody's got the mirror flipped up and they're just they're going to shoot with that instead?
They're going to shoot with this instead. And so they just use this, fire, and there you go. You've got a large format lens on a 6.7. I've got several cameras that have been monstered, and they're spread throughout. But this is kind of the fun thing. This is what collected up. Up there are my Nikon lenses. They've been up there so long, I hope they haven't gone bad with fungus. But
soured.
Soured. Yes, but this is the first part of the ring back here that goes behind me back there. Oh, snow cone machine.
You're not selling the snow cone machine. Don't even try me.
No, I'm not selling it. That's mine. My mom wants me to sell it though.
Your mom wants you to sell all of this.
Yeah. Now, back here is where I went through and looked through and I found 50 of the Canon AE1s. And I stuck them all over here on this table in this corner. And I have been going through piles of this stuff since March. And that's, again, why it used to be up to here. Now it's down to about here. As I go through all the boxes, and as I found Canon AE1s, I stuck them all over here. Also Nikons, FEs, FMs, things like that. Piled them in a pile, sent them off to get CLA'd and refurbished. And whenever they come back, sold to sell them. Sell. And this back here, this over here, is just piles and piles of boxes of things that I bought, things that I have accumulated since 2010 that I'm now going to have to decumulate.
Deaccessorize.
Deaccessorize. All right. All right, now we're getting further back into the jungle here. On this side, which you really don't need to see, that's my winter clothes right
Winter?
there. Winter.
It is damn cold out there today.
I know. I'm going to be breaking that out pretty darn soon. Right in here, again, just boxes and boxes of, in this area, I have a lot of Crown Graphics, Speed Graphics.
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folding cameras, field cameras.
And there's more over here. Problem with all of these is that something in them is not working. So I was hoping to get some of these things fixed, sent out, repaired, brought back, sold. Doesn't look like that might happen, so I may just sell them as is. We'll see. That's a topic of discussion. A lot of other stuff, though. Wow.
Even Todd's surprised.
Yeah. Contax G2, 3 lenses. Things like that. So whenever I open up a lot of these boxes and went through them, that's where I found a
Isn't the Contax G2 the Kardashian camera?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Just checking.
And he just casually has one in a box.
I do. At one point, for years, right here, I would have a background support system set up with a big white cloth and 2 rows of 20-inch C-stands in front of these. So right here was just like 20, 30 rows of C-stands, shorties. Sold them all over the years. And now the only ones I have left are the ones I'm dragging out of that attic up there. Up there in the attic that we've seen already, there's probably another dozen or 2 of 20-inch C-stands and boxes. And I'm pulling those out. I don't know the prices on those right now. $165 for the C-stands like this. And I've got short chromes, short black. This is aluminum. Anyway, lots of shorty C-stands, and I've started selling a bunch of them as I've been pulling them out. But this back here just starts into the pile of stuff. And it's really kind of, at one point these things were sought after. Now, I actually have people who buy them for other uses. I had somebody buy
industrial lighting. It's really more decoration than it is anything else.
Oh,
now.
Absolutely. I had somebody buy a bunch of them to do something with a wedding, and so it's just creative point at this point. But there's a lot of things back here that, even though they're not in use for film photography or for photography yet much, they still have a lot of artistic uses, and it's amazing the creativity of the people with what they come up with and use these things with. But yes, over in here, I've got back here, I've had that thing, what's behind me had the clear plastic bag, boxes, containers, and this is like a third of what was there at one point, and over the years I just go through them, pick them out, and take them next door and sell them. And that's part of how I had a steady supply of some things. But I still, as I got them out and cleaned them up, sold them. So that went pretty darn quick. But yeah, can you see this here?
Well, I see. Yeah, I can see you've got the stand there, and yeah,
I'm just saying.
You can grab one.
Look at that. Yeah. Pretty clean, but
you don't know whether it works or not. And, and of course, most of those just depend upon the lens. I mean, the body just needs to be light tight. So
exactly. And I've got these 2 huge things here.
What are these wheels for? I mean, unfortunately, you can't see them in this shot, but they're huge.
Am I in focus on this one here?
You're always in focus.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm a sharp guy. These things right here are, whenever you do cables across the cable lines, this would be one of the things that you would run the cables. That would sort of be the go-between to get it from point A to point B. You'd have this up and then you run the cables through that.
So they're pulleys.
They're pulleys.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 2 of them, which are really cool. All right, this is the last leg of the journey here.
You're worn out. You're exhausted.
Tell you, there's a bunch of stuff to go through and talk about. I mean, we're just literally scraping the surface of things. Over in this area, I've got a lot of 4x5 rail cameras. I've got a lot more of the. I got these at the Container Store.
What's that enlarger?
The clear. The enlarger is a. I had to.
He has to look.
Well, no, I have to get my glasses.
Oh no! I asked the difficult question.
Yes, you always are the hard-hitting reporter. This is a Phillips enlarger.
Stack of cowboy hats.
cowboy props for whenever we were doing our workshops back here. And so back here, and then down here on the floor, I have a whole single 8 outfit. And by an outfit, I mean I have a single 8 camera. I have editor. I have soundboard. I have probably a projector in here. I've got manuals. Everything you needed about a single, not a Super 8, but a single 8 camera here. I also have a single 8 camera in an underwater housing back here. So I got 2 of them back here. This whole group of stuff here is, I want to sell it in one group for somebody who really wants to get into it seriously. So I've got that. That is really cool. This and that were part, my dad and I, oh, that's a whole nother conversation, but we used to do a lot of our own printing on this stuff. Over in this area here, oh my word, this at one point I had dozens and dozens and dozens of RBs 6.7s. And a lot of them I got rid of before they started really becoming popular again.
Before they started making money.
Yeah. But I was able to, I still do have some of them in here, I just haven't gotten to. So I still do have some stuff in here with RBs and things in here. Over in this section over here, this was a really holy place because that's whenever I bought out Hasselblad stuff, I got out what I needed that was working, that I knew, set everything else over here. Now, I had piles and piles of it. Over the years, since I started piling it up, I'd get things and have it fixed. And that's where I would get a lot of the Hasselblads that I got occasionally, was out of this pile over here. Back over in here, just odding in cameras and just odding in things like that. Back against this wall over here, we have a wall of film next door. This is a wall of manuals. I have
They
3.
can't see the wall manuals,
No.
but what we can see are those boxes in the back that say FP100C. I'm hoping those are just reused boxes.
Those are reused boxes.
There's no Fujifilm Instant in there.
No, none. And you know, again, this is part of the reason why I hate showing things like this, because everybody goes, I want those boxes, I want the film,
There's no film in there.
They make phenomenal packing boxes.
Yeah.
They're heavy duty, they're wonderful. So I kept a ton of those boxes, and they've got cameras in them and things like that. This big pile of the brown boxes back here.
Yeah, what are those Christmas tree boxes?
Those, well, they're not Christmas trees. Those are my Toga stand bags. They're phenomenal bags. They got one fatal flaw: the zippers break.
That is a fatal flaw.
Yeah, it is a fatal flaw because the rest of it's double stitch, circular. I mean, it's top quality stitching and everything else in it. But when you can't zip it up, that defeats the whole purpose.
The customers normally get upset with that.
I actually had an 18-wheeler full of these things. So from that wall to however far out it went would be an 18-wheeler full.
And that's all you have left?
That's all I have left. That and a few things next door. So if anybody wants to make a deal on these things and want to just get them at a great price, change the zippers out. If you can find the zippers, you can just change them out. They will tell you, no, you can't. Yes, you can. You just open up the ends, put them in there, close it down, and just zip it up and down. So, yes, let's talk time on that one. I got a ton of extension cords, like the computer style extension cords back there. Got a box of those things, brand spanking new. Again, I've got some of these cameras over here that need to be rechecked, that once I do, I can sell them. Anyway, just, it's overwhelming. And this, what we have seen today, this is the part that's giving me ulcers and my hair's going gray and falling out.
Has nothing to do with the fact that you're old.
I was trying to cover that up.
Oh,
I was giving
sorry.
this as an
I'm sorry, I'm not letting him off, guys. I am not letting him off.
This is my excuse for that.
Mm-hmm.
Next door, if I was moving and that's all I had to deal with, boom, easy peasy. Let's just get ripping and roaring. But it's this part over here that gives me the headaches, and that gives me the stomach aches, and gives me the nights of sleeplessness. There's a lot in here, and there is a lot of stuff that at one point, I mean, things with grids, honeycomb grids are phenomenal to shoot with, but unfortunately, people today don't know how to use a honeycomb grid and the effects of it. I've got some pictures next door in my manual, or that in my example case that I have that I showed shooting with things like this. They're phenomenal. And people just don't know. So all of this stuff will eventually be coming back. I'm just not going to have time to wait around for it to happen.
I mean, it could be gone, as in, you know, if you can't sell it, there's a good chance you just have to get rid of it. In which case, this stuff is like lost to history at a certain point. It is,
and that's why I wanted to record this. Is that this? I've had several people who've said, we want to do a documentary on you. We want to do this with you. We want to shoot this. We want to video this. We want to video people going through this. We want to, and I'll talk. This is the only record that I believe I'm going to have of this.
Yeah. So, guys, that's not even scratching the surface here. I mean, there is so much more. I mean, fortunately, I've gotten to walk around. Somebody could, you know, if you are into film photography, there isn't anything here that you could walk away and not want. I mean, there is so many things.
There's lots.
I mean, here is the the Great Wall of Manuals. I mean, it's phenomenal. You've got books all over the place. You could spend all day here just looking through different stuff. I mean, this is a photographer's dream.
I have had people who have stated that they emphatically wanted to come and video going through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I have had people say that they want to document this. I've had people who said, you know, just lots of things. They want to memorialize this. But you know, this is why I really kind of wanted this video to be done. I wanted a record of the place next door, and the place we don't talk about.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it today. Today we do the talking, and this has been a phenomenal journey. I have been here I have lived here, and we've had this for 4 years. It's on this side. You know, we've been over there since '98, and for about a year or so we didn't have this. So we got it, I think, around '99, 2000, and so I have had this place for that long, and we did classes in here, etc. People have been in here, but after a certain point, it got so filled up that whenever people came in and I started losing track of things, I had to just cut it off and make it a Fight Club thing. Just something that few people would see and not tell others about. Because I didn't want people to think they can just go out and come in and break into it and see it.
Yeah.
I live here, so
that's not gonna happen. This you know, there is such a thing as crime.
Yes.
And you just don't want that happening. So
three times since we've been here, 3 times we had attempted break-ins in the front door. And we know because like things were damaged out front from the attempted break-ins. So that happened several times. Now, after that happened, whenever I moved in here, it stopped happening. And also they caught the guy who was doing all of the robbery. It was someone who was going up and down like 5 or 6 states, traveling, just ripping things off. And after a while, they caught him because he took something from Dallas, sold it in Minnesota, and they had the owner's business cards in it.
You told me that story.
It was hilarious. And so they caught the guy. The guy used his real name, so they had no problems. And but after all of that, there's not been any attempted break-ins. But I didn't want people to really know what was in here because I just didn't want any issues or problems. But
yeah, and that's the best way to keep a secret. Just don't tell anybody. You know, it's like, what's this very unassuming building next door to Don's Use Photo that we can't see inside of it.
When you drove,
there are no windows here, guys. We're looking at a cinder block wall, no windows. So it's either really valuable stuff or a strip club, and
yes,
I don't think it's a strip club. So
there actually have been some of those around this area, dancing clubs that have somebody just temporarily rented it or something, and then all of a sudden it's like 500 cars show up. That works.
Lots of loud music.
Lots of loud music. Fights out in the parking lot till about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, good times.
Good times. Yeah, it was not boring. But this is that for me. I mean, this is sort of my cubby hole. I put a lot of things in here, and I really have gotten a bunch of it sold out of here, but there was just far more than I thought.
So much stuff. But hey, hopefully this video is out after the sidewalk sale, but they're hoping there's some other couple of sales coming up. He's hoping to get a bunch of this stuff in front of people. So do show up on a regular basis. Check out what he's got on the other side, because he's going to try and filter it from here to over there as quick as he possibly can.
Yeah, and I'm getting some people volunteering to help me with it. There's a couple of people that I'm going to be using, and we'll work in here together and just kind of go through a bunch of stuff. But I've got 3, and this, I don't know if this will be here before this thing, or if this will be sold before this comes out, but I've got 3 Leica enlargers. Ooh. The ones to where you have the lens on it that as you move it up and down, it self-focuses. These things are very, very popular. What's popular about it is the enlarger lens. So I've got three enlargers, and I've got 2 lenses. I'm going to sell the whole thing in a bundle. So I've got a price for that. If I don't sell it on the 4th, then it'll come in and ask for it. I will eventually sell it, because the lenses in there are what everybody wants.
Right.
But yes, this has been a fun ride. This has been an interesting ride. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of memories in this place, and I want to miss them. And so it's just, we're going to see what happens at the next location.
Yeah.
So,
well, before he gets too choked up, guys, please do share, like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell 2 friends. I mean, we've been doing this so that you guys have fun. This has been Todd's life. We don't mean to make light of the fact that this has been Todd's life, and so it's a big change for him. So
it is.
So guys, come in. If nothing else, say thank you, Todd, for all that you've done for film photography, because
buy some film.
Buy some film, because he really has done an awful lot.
It's been fun, and like I said, this is. I appreciate all of the support from the customers that I've had, and I know some of you will follow me wherever I go. Some of you will say it's too far, but I'll pick up new customers. It'll be an interesting next step.
Yeah.
But thank you for being around with me for this long. And now you can actually talk about Fight Club, share Fight Club, and you can actually sit there and say, yes, I've been there.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Take care. Oh, whoa.
Careful,
Ouch.
careful.
Man,
Don't step, don't fall, don't crash. Listen to you.
Oh, man. That's discounted.